Yes, people. Welcome to the Real Talk Football TV podcast. Got Tobias, Frenchie, no 1906 today. Yes. You man, good?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, can't complain.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
yeah.
I thought
Couple of nights to get over it. So
I thought Tobias would have went missing because the young boys.
I was tempted.
The young boys are burned.
I was tempted. I'm not gonna lie.
Done about this. Yeah. So we're going to start talking about the Champions League. We might as well go on to Man United versus Young Boys. Like Tobias, what happened? I thought this was a routine win. What happened?
It's never routine. Ole in Champions League, you have to get beat by one of these minnows. It happened the same last year, didn't it? So yeah. Not surprised. He tried to bring back Lindelof, tried to play Donny van de Beek, tried a few bits to rest a few players, but it's just tactically. Always say about Ole, tactically. Once we went down to 10, he just didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to counter it. And he's the old Huddersfield manager as well.
Yeah.
Young boys.
Yeah.
So it was what it was. Defending in the second half, we was just defending. So
for literally the whole second half, I think
the whole half.
I actually think they really deserved it. Wan-Bissaka, is that a red?
In Europe, isn't it?
Mm.
In Europe, it's defined differently. But with Wan-Bissaka, the way he plays, you could always count on one of those dodgy challenges going in, and it could go anywhere. But
yeah.
So, but it was the subs again for me. Subs again. I know Donny didn't have a great first half, but now his confidence is going to be on the floor. The floor. And then to top it off, Ole doesn't cover himself in glory because he's got Ronaldo running the touchline.
Yeah.
Frigging manager soon, won't he? But
yeah.
But
go on. Sorry.
Bit too early because I know the Sharks are out for Ole straight away. One loss, they're out for him. But yeah, I'm not surprised. But it's can't see him going yet.
Yeah, but it just showed for watching a person from the outside. I look at your squad, and it has a lot of talent, but the two things what are crying out. One, we're going to come to. One is Ole, but two, you lot are crying out for a DM. Crying out for a DM. You just need a DM who can control that game and break things up. I just feel like the DMs you've got are not at the required level. What do you think, Fredgie?
Well, really, you're right about what you're saying, but I don't think that's the main issue if we're talking about the defeat against Young Boys. The defeat against Young Boys, it has nothing to do with DM. I think that's just the wrong selection of the team, and that coming back to what Gav's saying, resting players so early in the season. What's this resting? But the only players really and truly that they should have rest would have been run really and truly, but it started.
Yeah.
So I don't see the rest. Why are you resting the rest? Why are you playing the oldest guy and resting? But anyway, that didn't make sense to me. But they do require a DM, like we was even saying yesterday, Shaq, quickly, that Ndidi will be the perfect fit for United right now.
Yeah, poor though. When you can't lose to Young Boys and say we need a DM.
But that's what I said. I said, not having a good defensive midfield, that wasn't the cause of the defeat against Young Boys. That's just
any team we put out, we should have won it. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Did you see when they won it? It's like they actually won the cup. The way they celebrated. So I played to them because you're gonna. You know what I mean? But Frenchie's right. No way should I would have thought the player that they would have rested would have been Ron. But maybe not.
Yeah.
But
But if you
we move on, we go on, and we hope for the best on the weekend.
But even I know what Frenchie touched on. We talked about this. Like we were watching the Leicester Napoli game, and we were looking at Ndidi, and I was talking about Man United. We talked a bit about Man United, about you lot losing. Like I just feel that your team's crying out for a specialist DM of a real quality, not a DM from Europe, a Premier League DM who can come in and play the one by himself, the one DM by himself. I think it's limiting your team when you've got two of them in there. And if you look at the DMs in the Prem, so you've got Declan Rice, Basuma, and Ndidi, and Calvin Phillips. All of them would improve your midfield. And if you had like a bottomless pit of money, what midfielder would you take out of Declan Rice, Basuma, and Ndidi, and Calvin Phillips?
Oh, it's a hard one. And Calvin Phillips, you can't see him going United because of his Leeds ties. Although James went the other way, but that's a one-off. I can't see it going the opposite way. And I swear his boyhood Leeds as well, isn't he? I think we've been screaming out for what 3 seasons for the longest time for a DM. It's not new. But with the transfer window we had, we covered a lot of bases. So that slipped through the cracks. We knew going into the season with a McTominay, a Matic, and a Fred, it was going to be an issue. So you touched upon it last time. It's more about outscoring teams.
Yeah.
But if I was to pick any of them, I like Basuma. Has he done it at the top level for long enough? You'd have to go Ndidi, isn't it?
You go for Ndidi?
I reckon so. I reckon, yeah. Ndidi for me.
But you said in the Prem only, Shaq, right?
Yeah, because I'm just thinking Man United need a DM straight away, if you know what I mean. Like to come in and do a job. I think if there's a lot of top DMs in Europe, but they might have time maybe need time to adapt to the Premier League. But I think
I hear you, but I think there's like we all know and we've seen in the past, like there is. I'll just aim at the French league. There is midfielders there, DM there. I think that we don't know. That's ready to step in straight away. Because Man United right now, they're not crying for the best DM right now because there's not much. The best is at Chelsea, and you have the rest. Like okay, you have Ndidi, but I reckon if United could get even Gay back, which is at PSG, he's not getting much love. Bring it back. I think he can do. He's better on the ball. He's better on the ball, but I think Ndidi.
Go on. Keep finishing.
Yeah, Ndidi will be the best package right now, innit? But long term, I don't see him being there long term. He's not. He doesn't suit United.
Who Ndidi?
Yeah. Now he does, but in the long term, he won't be. I don't think he will be the chosen one. If they bring somebody better.
But there's not a lot out there better than Ndidi.
Not in a Prem. Not in a Prem.
Not in Europe, really. Like
if you look, trust me, they will find someone. Because we just don't know.
I know we don't know, but you're taking a gamble if you go to Europe and get a DM from France or from Italy. But I think with Declan Rice, Basuma, and Ndidi and Phillips, they know the Premier League, so you know they're gonna come in and do a job straight away. And I think that's what Man United need. They need a DM who's going to come in, not Donny van de Beek, who is a gamble, a good player, but is a gamble. But I think with Declan Rice, Basuma, and Ndidi, Calvin Phillips, one of them, any of them come into Man United's team. I don't say they win it, but it improves them and they can play with one DM like all the other top clubs in.
But Van de Beek isn't a DM though. We didn't buy him as a DM.
No, but I know you didn't buy him as a DM, but I'm just saying is that Donny van de Beek is a gamble, if you know what I mean. When you buy players from Europe, it's still a gamble. I know I know you could buy players from England and it's still a gamble, but I think with these type of players, what I've called, you expect them to do a job straight away. If you know what I mean, you understand what I'm saying?
Let me say something before Gab go. Yeah. Quickly, I'm not. It's just that it's a question within a question here. With the players that you mentioned, right? Rice, Ndidi, and
Phillips,
Calvin Phillips, right?
And Basuma.
And Basuna. United, the name alone weights, bro. With these guys, like, you know, it's pressure. As much you dislike United, yeah, it don't matter who comes, it's still pressure to play for United, bro. And I don't even, I think Phillips will probably melt. Maybe Declan Rice and what's his name? Untiti, I think that's the only two might kick in straight away. But the pressure of playing for United, it's not that easy though. Yeah, look at Sancho. We all know Sancho is sick. But okay, the first 2 games he didn't play, but so far, you know, he ain't done much yet.
Yeah, but he's adapting. But I hear what you're saying. But you were talking about buying a guy from France. That's still how. Wait, let me finish. They're from France. That's not guaranteed that they're going to come in and play for Man United. What you were saying about the weight on their shoulders. So it's a gamble in itself. But I think with these guys who are in the Prem, they know the Prem, and I think all of them could go into Man United and they all improve them. Personally, if I was going to pick one, I would pick Basuma. I know he hasn't played at the highest level, but when I watch him for Brighton play good football. So he can come in, he can keep the football. He's athletic. He's cheaper than all of them. And I think he's better than McTominay and Fred put together. And I think he will come in and do a job.
He's like a McTominay in terms of he's a box-to-boxer. I don't see him as a DM. No, who's the guy at Monaco?
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
I remember his name, but I'm not pronouncing it. Frenchy, that's for you. The one that just got his first French cap, the centre midfielder that plays for Monaco. T. I think it's T. It's a weird name.
I see what you're talking about, but to be honest, I haven't seen him much play. You know, he ain't getting too much love in the French league like that, though. I've seen him play once or twice, but I can't really tell much about him.
Pogba was screaming about him the other day, wasn't he? Pogba was all raving about him the other day. But Basuma's, for me, seems like a box-to-box. He doesn't seem like a dedicated defensive midfielder.
No, but I think he can.
And indeed, he does seem like that defensive midfielder where he'll just clear up the lines.
All of them. That's what you will go to him as a DM. He's a proper DM.
Basuma, I love Basuma. I think Basuma's a great player, but I just think that you put him in that team and he's more, he's more of a box-to-box.
My problem with Ndidi, I don't think he's good enough on the ball. When I watch him, he breaks up all the good stuff, but on the ball, I don't think he's at a high level, and that's why, in my opinion, he's still at Leicester. So every time I watch him, he'll break the game up, and then he'll play a silly pass, and it doesn't get to the player. So I think technically,
you're saying he's a Fred, basically.
He's a better Fred. He's a better version.
No, Fred. You know what? Fred cleans up. I'm not going to kid him that much. Fred's got energy. He gets about. He cleans up, but it's just his decision making and his distribution is just poor. That's what lets him down. But in terms of getting across, covering ground, he's great at that. You can't deny him that. But the best ball player out of them all is Phillips, isn't it? In my opinion. But Phillips for me isn't mobile enough.
Yeah.
He's not mobile enough. Rice.
So,
I like Rice. I think he's an okay-ish player, but I'm not like raving about him. I'm not saying that. Yeah, 100 mil, definitely not. 80 to 100 mil, not a chance. No way. 50 is a stretch. But I know what you're saying about Ndidi. I get it. But it's a balancing act. What are you gonna do? We could bring in NDD, and like you say, he could end up being like a Fred. When all the pressure's on and you got 80% or 70% of the ball most times, and everyone's hunting you down, it's a different story.
That's why I know you try to say he's a boxer, but that's why I think Bissouma out of all of them, because I think he's got the legs to do it. I think he's got the discipline to do it. And I think technically, I think he's as good as all of them. And Brighton Brighton are one of the teams near a mid-table team that play top 6 football, if you know what I mean. They play. So if a Brighton player is of a high level, he can go to Chelsea or Liverpool or Man United and cope technically.
I just think he's a box-to-box though. I do. I just don't. If you're going to play Pogba in there, which it seems like he is, and you've got a Van der Beek. I know Van der Beek ain't shown much, but he hasn't had the opportunity to show much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know. I hear you.
So, and let's get it right. We only brought Van der Beek because he was being touted around for 80 mil the season before. So we thought we could get a deal, 40 mil. If it works out, great. Do you know what I mean? If it doesn't, we'll be able to get our money back on it. At the minute, Ole's being selfish because he didn't want him. I've said it before. He didn't want Van der Beek, and that's the only reason. It's got to be that, because how does he not get a game?
Yeah,
it's madness.
And the thing is, with Van der Beek, you could use him as a pawn for a lot of clubs. Yeah, even like you said, all right, we'll give you like 40 million plus Ndidi, if you know what I mean. Like, we give you 40 million pound plus Ndidi, you can have Van der Beek as well, if you know what I mean.
What you saying? Exchange Van der Beek for Ndidi plus 40 mil.
Yeah, 40 mil or something like that.
You market it, man. That's giving it away.
But the thing is, Van der Beek is not playing. His price has plummeted. It's plummeted. So you can't.
But Ndidi in this day and age, in this climate, Leicester will try to probably get 30 plus for him. So you're looking at Ndidi 30 and a bit plus Van der Beek. When you look at it, you're looking at 80 mil, really and truly.
Yeah,
you're giving away, bro.
For me, I just don't know why he hasn't sent Van der Beek on loan. Just send him on loan.
Yeah.
But it's like, again, he doesn't want to be proven wrong.
Yeah.
And Van der Beek goes away and smashes it.
But even going back to Ole, if he was at Chelsea, Frenchie, does he get sacked already?
Yeah, long time.
Come on, you can't say Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't use Chelsea as an example.
The reason I'm saying that is it's very simple. He's been at United. That's his third season, right?
Yeah.
That's his third season. Yeah.
No trophies.
No trophy. You would have get sacked on his second season.
Okay, but I'm not using them as a comparison. But Klopp didn't get sacked. Klopp wasn't pulling at trees.
All right.
Pep didn't get sacked. Pep wasn't pulling up trees.
I'm gonna counteract that. Go on. Is that it?
No, go on. That's said what I need to say.
What it is that these players, like Klopp, like Pep, they have got money in the bank of what they have done previously. So if you've looked at Dortmund's plan with Klopp, they have gradually got better each season. So they have Liverpool have seen with Klopp, he has a blueprint of making the club and the players better. With Ole has not shown anything in any previous management role that he can gradually build a team and make them challenge. And that's why Pep and Klopp got the backing, they got the time, because in previous roles, they've shown that eventually they get it right.
But
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's never done that.
Chelsea, would they have been sacked?
What if Klopp done what he done? Yes, he would have. But
exactly.
No, wait, let me finish.
Chelsea as an example.
No, let me finish.
Chelsea is tricky, man.
No, but the thing is, the difference is, Klopp would have had a bottomless pit of money to sign players. He didn't have that at Liverpool. He had a little bit that one season, a little bit next season. With Chelsea, Chelsea's blueprint is simple. We give you a lot of money. Just make sure you win. And if you don't, you get sacked.
He spent big money though. He brought an £80 million defender. He brought a 60, 70 million goalkeeper. He brought a £50 midfielder in Keita. Like he spent money. So let's forget all of that. Forget all of that.
Oh.
Like what I hear what you're saying. I'm not the biggest fan of Ole, but who is out there? Conte's out there. Cool. Everyone's gonna say jump on Conte and say Conte straight away. Cool. Bar Conte. But does Conte fit United?
No.
Does he fit United, or is he another?
Not with those players. No.
He does.
I don't see it
He
though.
does.
I don't see it.
I love Conte. But Conte's gonna come. He's gonna play style of football. He's gonna play five at the back. Is he gonna play five at the back? Are the fans gonna sit there and look at five at the back? They're not.
Okay. But what he's gonna do? What at the end of the season? What is he gonna do? Win.
Yeah, he's gonna bring.
He's
trophies.
gonna win, and he's gonna bring trophies. What
He's
you lot
good.
haven't won in how many years? So what you lot are saying is that play great football and lose, play pragmatic football, winning football and win. So
I'm not saying that though. I'm saying that's what the fans are not going to expect, that Conte comes in and plays that brand of football. That's what I'm saying. It's irrespective of what it brings. They're not going to expect it. At Chelsea, it's a different kettle of fish. You can go Chelsea and play whatever football you choose to play as long as you win. Do you know what I mean? That's the expectation. The expectation as United is that you must entertain as well as win. That's the expectation. And Ole, and what you can say about Ole is progressively, we have got better. We still got the same flaws. He's built a decent team. Is that not a better squad than what he started with?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, better squad. But
better squad than what he started with. He got rid of some deadish wood that we had in, bar the wrong one in terms of Lukaku, which I said last time. But he makes that mistake. But where do you go? If it's not Conte, where else do you go?
But you say that, but there's loads of managers
You got
out there.
waiting.
No, not with the expectation. You're just saying that you got loads of DMs out there that you don't know about. Come on, you're stretching to be reaching. Who are you going for? What? Tell me one off the cuff. This is what I'm saying. Like you can't. There's not one off the cuff that you're saying. He apart from Conte, you're not having one.
But can I backtrack that, Lewis? Can I back this convo here? But saying what Jack asked you is like Klopp and Hull. I think the difference was simple here. Liverpool plan with Klopp was already made up. I think Hull was the backup plan, because without Klopp, you guys had a bit of like managers before him. So I don't think Klopp Hull was there to stay. Klopp is here to stay, but not Hull. So that's why now I think Man United how can I say, they won't think twice, really and truly, if they really want to sack Ole. You know, and that's not even sacking Klopp. Liverpool is not even thinking about it right now.
But the thing is, though, I get what everyone's saying. Just because we've lost the young boys, bad loss, I'd be more concerned if we had a group like Liverpool's. Our group's relatively easy, even though we've had that loss, you still expect us to come through it. Yes, we had the same issue last year, but you still expect us to come through it.
Yeah.
But after the one loss, we're talking all this about Ole. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we have a three losses on the bounce, or we do at Arteta. Then I hear the talk right now. It's just a blip in the road. Let him be. Not jumping on the bandwagon like that.
No, of course not.
But in the long term, do you see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the long term winning trophies for Manchester United Football Club?
He's put us in a position to.
No, that's not what I asked. I asked is that so as it goes on over the years, that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to win Premier League and Champions League for Manchester United Football Club. Is that what you believe? Because that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying that. What is United's expectations?
To win the league and the Champions League. It's Man United.
No, yeah, it's Man United. I hear what you're saying, but at the minute, what are Man United expectations?
To challenge for the league and the Champions League.
Challenge, not to win. I don't think it is. To be consistently back in the top 4 and then to build off that. They want to use.
You have been.
Yeah. Well, what? 2 seasons.
Well, you've always been around the top 4.
You've always been around, but it's not been consistent.
You know, that's how I think. Yeah, like I said, yeah, Man United is gonna do good this season, and I'm not even. I was happy. Okay, they lost, didn't it? But like Gav said, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, yeah, United is gonna come back, but which it didn't. But that still doesn't change my. That don't change my mind about how good United is gonna be this season.
And then look, Poch drew at Club Brugge with the Free Mavericks.
Yeah.
So why are we not talking about him getting sacked?
But the thing is, Poch is not elite. So the way people bring in Poch is not one nothing. Poch is not an elite manager.
But
he's not a top manager. Say
that to replace Ole, you said to me beforehand, would I take Poch over Ole? And I told you at the time when Poch left, I said I didn't want Poch.
But he's a better manager than Ole.
He might be, but he's not showing it, is he?
Yeah, but overall, he's a better manager. So what he's done at Tottenham,
says who? They've both done the same.
No, they have not done the same. Has only got you to a Champions League final. He got to Europa League final and lost. That's what he done. That's what I'm saying. He lost. He lost. So everything he's done, every time he's got close, he's lost. He's been for Man United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been a serial loser at the moment. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I never said Poch was good. Poch is not elite. Poch is not for Man United. But I'm saying there's a lot of managers out there. There's a lot of managers out there that Man United could get. And you're talking about. So you're gonna say stick with Ole.
I'm not saying that, but you're saying that there's a lot of managers out there. Name me them.
There is, man. There is. I can't name them, but there are better managers out there.
There's not a lot of managers out there.
Bro,
the top managers out there, you'd be able to name them.
I could name the top 10 managers in the Premier League that all better than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Bielsa's better than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Bielsa players. He's better. No, he's not. He's better. He's a better manager.
Better, but come on.
Well, the thing is,
Graham Potter's a better manager.
I like Graham Potter. I'm not hating on Graham. I like Graham Potter.
Brendan Rodgers is a better manager. There's a load of better managers than him.
Brendan can't come to United.
No, but I'm just saying, there's a lot of managers out there.
Who would have suited us ideally? You would have looked at Rafa. We can't have Rafa, ex-Liverpool. We can't have Brendan, ex-Liverpool. So you're
basically saying stick with Ole and
I'm
keep
saying that.
I love it. I hope you do.
We have what we have. He's improved us as a squad. So give him the chance, isn't it? When he fails, you can sit there and say, I told you so, isn't it? When he fails and gets sacked, that's it. We're in it. I'm saying that right now, you don't sack him. That's what I'm saying.
I agree. I was going to say that.
I didn't. If you remember the time when Ole was temporary and he was winning all them games and they gave him a new contract, what did I say? I said Ole should not get the job. He was temporary and he should remain temporary. He should not get the job. 100%. But he got the job. And what do you want to do? You're not going to hound, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to kill him every time he loses. He loses. I've always said tactically he's not great, but at least he has that care factor. Do you know what I mean? At least he does love United. At least that. And at least he is trying to build something. And you can see in terms of the transfer that he's made us a better team. And when he does leave, he will leave us in a better position than we have been left previously.
With no trophies.
So be it, but we'll be left in a better position than we have previously as a squad.
I agree. Right now,
you know what kills me about this though? Klopp gets raved about. He's won fucking 2 trophies, my guy.
Oh my god.
No, but let's be honest.
Wow.
Let's be honest. No, am I talking reckless? Am I talking facts?
Okay. Yeah, it's you're 100% right. Yeah.
How long
wait, let me finish. Right, he's only won 2 trophies. Yeah, he's won 2 trophies. Did he have The squad he had was so bad. I'm telling you, if he had the squad what Man United had, what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took over, he would have won 5 trophies. He had to start from the bottom, scrap. There was nothing there. There was only Coutinho.
With the squad that Ole took over.
Wait a second.
Behave yourself.
Wow.
Behave.
I'm gonna go to Shaq because what squad United had and club would have win for trophies.
This is what I'm saying.
What season was that?
So you didn't. He didn't have.
How long has Klopp been there?
Four full seasons. Say 5 years.
He's been there 5 years.
5 years.
He's won 2 trophies and he's the Messiah. Is that what you're telling me?
He's not the Messiah, but with no squad whatsoever. He had to build from the back. He didn't have a squad like. Listen, we had no.
Tuchel was at Chelsea for 6 months and he won the Champions League with a squad that was sitting. So what? They were sitting 7th in the league. He won the Champions League. You're telling me elite managers.
Wow.
No, you're saying elite managers make big things.
Okay.
Man United.
So you're telling is Klopp an elite manager? Yes or no?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Well,
I'm not saying he's not. What I'm saying to you is that you're talking all these degrees and Klopp's won 2 trophies. I'm just bringing you back down to earth, mate.
I'm not talking all these degrees. I'm telling
you're
facts.
You're talking about
I'm talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer winning no trophies, and you're
telling me, saying to you that
Klopp had nothing when he started off. Nothing. He didn't have the same amount of money as Man United. He was playing catch up, like how he was at Dortmund, and he's made Liverpool now into one of the top clubs in Europe, where they go into every tournament believing they can win. I'm not saying they'll win all the time, and that was in 3 years. The same amount of years that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had a better squad to start off with. In 3 years, Liverpool are competing with Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern, going to Bayern and winning. You, man, of 3 years spent triple the money, and you're still telling me about progression. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying.
Listen, I've always held the same energy with Ole. I've told you he's not the great. I've told you tactically he's not great. He's not up there with the best of them. But that's what we have. That's what we have. You keep telling me about elite managers out there, but you can't name them for me. So this whole mentality of sacking players, of sacking managers to get a new manager every 6 months, that's dead. That is dead food. If he's keeping it consistent, he's lost. He's got to 4 or 5 semi-finals. Lost them all. He got to the final. He lost. Yeah, he did it. He did that. But at the minute, he's showing some form of progression. Would I say after the loss to Young Boys, sack him? No, I wouldn't. Just because Conte's sitting there, there's always a manager sitting there. I remember when everyone was saying, sack LVG, Mourinho sitting there. What happened then? We sacked LVG, we regressed even more.
No.
So you know what I'm saying? It's the same, isn't it? We go through stages. Everyone has their moment. At the minute, before we had the elite manager, we had the Sir Alex. Do you know what I mean? At the minute, Man City and you guys have got the elite managers. So while you have the elite managers, you'll be at the top. That's the expectation, because you have the elite managers.
No, but what I've said, you might say the same with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but when Klopp does leave Liverpool, the only way is down in a sense of managers for Liverpool. We're never going to get a manager like Klopp in my lifetime again. But what Klopp will do is leave us in a position for the next manager to always be competing with Chelsea, with Man United, with Man City. And you might say the same thing with Ole. But
if it does like quick thing here. If it does like Sir Alex Ferguson just leave and there's an old team there, Nando's still there, and all that, that's not a good position.
Yeah, but he's not going to do that. He won't do that. He's still
got 4 years. If
it's
a bad breakup.
It's bad breakup. Then listen, Klopp has got the fans. Like, they can never sack Klopp. It's different. It's like Liverpool is different. Like with Man United. No, not like this. Not like this. What Klopp's got over them is that yes, they all won. Some managers won the Champions League. Klopp won the league after 30 years. Yeah, after I'm telling you, 30 years is a long time, and he's won the league. And then he won back-to-back leagues, and then he won back-to-back Champions League. And he's
forget the knee league.
All right, he won the league then. All right, he won the league.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Did. Yeah, like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't win the Euro.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't win it. I'm not saying he did. I'm not sitting here saying that he nearly won the Europa. I'm not saying, or he nearly won the FA Cup. I'm not saying that. You're capping and saying, "Oh, he nearly won back-to-back." When reality, he didn't, bro.
All right. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't. Like, let's just keep the energy like straight as what it is. He did not win back to back.
So, reason why he's not going to get sacked or he's not going to leave because he's won the league for Liverpool the first time in 30 years, or what he has done for the club. Yeah. So, what I'm saying is that Klopp will leave Liverpool in a good position for the next manager, if that's Gerrard, whoever, Nagelsmann, something like that. I don't know, whoever.
It's going to be Gerrard, isn't it? It's going to be.
That's what I'm saying. Whoever it is. So I think in 4 years' time, you'll see. Hopefully, you'll see next year Liverpool have an overhaul on the squad because it will be 29, 30 plus, and then it might not win, but for the next manager, that when he does leave, that team will be in its peak again, and then they can go on and challenge the rest of the others. That's
quick question to you, Shaq. Yeah. How long do you think Klopp go more?
I think he's got 4 years, and I think he'll stay for 4.
Do you think so? Yeah.
Yeah, he's not signing a new deal. I think 4 years he's done, minimum 3. But he's got. I think he's
signed a new deal.
He signed a deal a couple of years ago, and he's got 4 years left. And he's.
So
and
do you think he's gonna reach?
No, that's what I said.
4 years contract.
That's what I'm saying. What he does is that he honors his contract. So, like in Dortmund, he stayed for 7 years and he's gone. I think in Liverpool, he will stay for the duration of his contract, but he's not signing a new one. He'll be done.
Okay.
He's done.
So if Klopp, what is success for Klopp then, right now? If Klopp doesn't win the Champions League or the league in the next 2 seasons, what would you say? I
still think he's had a great season for us.
No, what would you?
I think he's been excellent. He's been our best manager.
So you would say,
yeah, but I want more. But for the style of football, 30 years since we've won the league, he's made us compete with a minimum budget compared to the top sides in the Prem. He's made us competitive, nowhere near the same budget as Chelsea, Man United, Man City, and he's made us competitive. They've got a model and it's worked. So even if he didn't win the Champions League or a league, I would say overall what he has done for the football club, it's been a success. But I do want a league or a Champions League by the time he leaves in 4 years.
If he continues to just win those 2 trophies for his entire time at Liverpool, what are we saying then?
I still think he's had a good season overall. He's had a great career for Liverpool overall. Because
8 years, 2 trophies is great.
Yeah, but bruv, we haven't got the same amount of resources and
money
as Chelsea.
Shaq. Okay, you talking that you got elite managers, you got the best front 3 in the Premier League for the past 3 seasons. So 8 years, 2 trophies is great.
I expect
you're gonna say after 30 years and all of this, well, that's irrelevant. If you're gonna put him in a bracket of elite managers, which it is. But then, if he gives you 2 trophies in 8 seasons, it's not good enough for an elite. Period.
Okay.
And let's be honest. Great teams have won multiple trophies within the season. You guys have won singular.
Okay.
Singular.
Okay. So, but since the Ferguson era's gone, what teams have won multiple titles after titles? No one has. It's different eras now. There's too much money in football.
City's won multiple trophies.
But they've won multiple trophies with the squad they've got. But how many multiple Champions Leagues have they won?
Yeah,
how many multiple? None. So no one's had a dynasty apart from Man United. So all the other teams like Chelsea and that, they have not won multiple titles. No one's had a dynasty apart from Man United.
Multiple trophies. I said winning more than a singular trophy in a season. That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. You guys have won singular trophies within a season. You haven't won doubles. You haven't won no triples. You haven't done none of that. But you're talking about being one of the greatest teams out there.
Who said that?
Well, you don't believe that, no?
Well, this team.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the best teams in Europe. They're top 10, top 5.
Yeah, but you're saying that, but you've won singular trophies. This is what I'm trying to say. You got to keep it. You got to keep it level. What is success? You know what I'm saying? This is when I flip it on and you realise that okay, 2 trophies, singulars. When you break it down like that, it doesn't sound great, does it?
Well, when his career's over, then we can break it down. But like you keep on talking about facts. The facts are Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's won nothing. Facts are with Liverpool, mate. At the moment, Klopp's won a league and the Champions League in 4 years with no squad. So that's what we have. So if we're going to keep
with no money, come on, Klopp spent money.
No, he spent money.
Spent money. Stop it. Like, forget all of that. He's not living off this budget and all of that. Forget it. You lot have spent money. Like,
but you spent triple and won nothing.
Yeah,
you spent triple at Liverpool and spent
nothing. We can go back years. We can go back to the start of the Premier League and calculate how much money has been spent and how many trophies have been accumulated by United compared to Liverpool. How about that? So you go to the start of the Premier League and you count up how much money Liverpool spent.
You know what? That's what I was going to say.
United and the total trophies that we've had. What are you saying then?
But you still spent more than us. You still had more money than us.
Bro, you guys have spent the most money.
You spent more than us.
Since the start of the Premier League, you men have spent more money than
since the start of the Premier League, you spent Liverpool. You're telling me Liverpool Football Club have spent more money than Man United. That's what you're saying.
To hit $1 billion. A first team to hit $1 billion without winning a league trophy. What are you talking about?
So you're telling me since the Premier League started till now, Liverpool Football Club.
Since the Premier League started until now, there's not much difference. How about that?
Liverpool have spent. There's
not much difference.
There is a massive difference.
Since the start of the Premier League, Shaq, you were the first team to hit £1 billion and not win the league. How about that? So you're living in the present right now. You're living in the last 4 years. That's your problem. You're living right now in the present. Enjoy it. Do you know what I'm saying? Enjoy it. Because for 2 trophies in that period, and you're talking like this, it's reckless talk, man. Forget it. You know what I mean? If you look at
I've been enjoying this battle though. This is sick.
Because you know what? Yeah?
Listen, can I say something?
Don't get me wrong. Right now, you got living a dream. A dream is if 2 trophies is a dream, use the man to live in the dream, innit? Do you know what I mean? But
sorry. You see, the problem is, why Shaq always think that Chelsea or Man United, forget about City, Man United, City, and Chelsea spends more than it's because that I think like you're too busy seeing the numbers of other teams, because we will spend, let's say, I don't know, maybe 5 mil or 10 mil more. That doesn't mean you may not spend money, bro. Like when you count it, like stop doing the math for Chelsea and United. Do your math. You may not spend peas. You're not paying attention to what you guys spend. I'm not. I'm just saying.
I am.
So you telling me Man United? Okay, they spend much. They spend money, more than you guys, but not by the margin that you think it is, bro. Because I think personally, you are busy watching Chelsea spending, City's the big boy spending, United, but you guys, trust me, you guys are up there, bro.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You guys are up there, but you don't know it.
Up there, we're not up there. If you look at the net spend, and all of that, we were like 10th. Klopp has spent less money than teams like Everton over his 4-year period of selling and buying players.
Everton got bought out by a billionaire and they started spending stupid money like City did back in the day to try and build something, just to try to come to a team.
Like Liverpool can't do what Man United and Chelsea do. When we spend money, £50 million on a player, our player, or £40 million on a player, it has to work. Chelsea can spend that's the only one. That's the only one you can bring up. That's the only one you can bring up. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, but that's one.
But you can't bring up the rest.
Yeah, it does. But most of them have to work out. Most of them have to work out. We spent. You man can buy Donny van de Beek and not play him. We can't do that.
Can I say something? Now?
Chelsea could buy guys for 50, 60 million pound like Werner, and they could dash him away and bring someone else in and bring a 100 million pound player. We can't do that like
Can I say something? Are you guys being run by a local businessman?
No, we're not. We're run by billionaires.
So what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Liverpool's got money, bruv. Just
what are you talking
you
about?
guys in a you see the way
local businessmen right now. You're being run by billionaires. What are you talking about? You can spend money.
We can go on and on about this, yeah. Trust me. You see, since Klopp's been there, okay, you got a lot of free transfer and whatnot, yeah. But all the players that is getting for 30, 25, 40, but add that up.
Yeah, it's still much less than Man United and Chelsea. And he's won the Champions League.
I think we just need to draw a line under it, yeah? So right now, yeah, we're all run by billionaires, yeah? Okay. Some choose to spend the money, some choose not to. If you choose not to, that's your business. If your manager does not want to spend the money, which seemingly he might not want to, otherwise he would have left by now, and he's happy with the squad he's got, otherwise he would have left by now or made some noise. Like, forget all of this, we spent this much and you spent that much. It's long because we're all run by billionaires, and if you want to spend the money, you can. If you choose not to, you won't. So so that's the way it goes.
Okay, so it's no excuse for none of the clubs then.
There's no excuse for no one.
Okay. So it's no excuse for Klopp, Ole, or whoever.
There's no excuse for no one.
Okay. There's
no excuse. Is there an excuse for Ole to lose to Villarreal? No excuse. But he started the season. Do you know what I mean? So what next? Do you sack him just because he lost the young boys? No. Do I think that Ole's the truth? No. But at the end of the day,
do you think you're going to win with Ole?
No, I never thought we was. Okay. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing that you're talking all of this reckless talk, like you're run by local businessmen and all the rest of it, and you've won 2 trophies. Like, forget it, man. Like, forget it. Like, let's see. No, like Tuchel's been there 6 months and he's won a Champions League.
Yeah, but you can't compare that, bro.
Why not? Why not?
The squad he had.
So what?
The squad he had. You mean so what?
So what?
Oh my God.
You still got to come in and make that squad do something. Do you not?
Yes, you do. But
exactly.
Okay, yeah. We're talking about Thomas right now, yeah.
So if Tuchel comes in and that's not his squad, is that not even a better achievement?
That's what I'm saying. It's harder to come in. It's harder to come in like that, Shaq. Way harder. You don't know the team.
Yeah, you know. No, I hear what you're lot saying, but you're going to like that Chelsea squad is not full of world-class international footballers.
Not saying that.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Because of course you're saying, because you're coming in. Tuchel's not coming into a squad where he needs to buy 2 or 3 players. Yes, he's a top manager.
Yeah, he did. He needed a striker. He won the Champions League with Timo Werner.
Yes, but if you look at the squad all around it, he had a nucleus of world-class players in every position.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. So you can't compare that. It's a great achievement. It's amazing. It's an amazing achievement, and what he's done is fantastic. But if you look at after he's won the Champions League, it's like when Liverpool won the Champions League under Benitez. We just went on a good run, but he broke up the whole team because the team wasn't good enough. You look at Chelsea's team; he's maybe thinking, I just really need a striker. And my team could really push on and win multiple trophies. He's not spent a lot. Even if he didn't have Lukaku, Chelsea would have gone into this league trying to win it.
Can I say something now? You was hoping that this was going to be 45 minutes.
I know.
And we're not even on to the game. We're still on the United game. We're still on the United game.
You know what? Let's move on.
Let's move on.
A decent debate. I don't mind debating. It was good. Yeah. 49 minutes. Fuck it.
That might have to be some edit and chop this next
Oh,
that is
man.
the total madness. And what he'll do, he'll end up even leaving in all that Liverpool propaganda. That's what he'll end up doing.
Hopefully, people come in the comments, man. Some trolls and maybe come across it and thinking, "Who is this guy, man?"
You know what? It's just lucky 1906 ain't here as well. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
telling you,
It would be over.
I missed him, man. I needed him. I was getting double teamed.
I wasn't in it. I was just asking questions. Was you know that debate is it was good. It was good.
Yeah, but yeah. But let's go over to Chelsea.
Yeah, we lost, man. We lost, didn't it?
Oh, stop it. All right, we'll go over to Chelsea, yeah. Let's literally start off with Chelsea. A routine win, Frenchie. Chelsea do what Chelsea do.
Yeah, not so easy, though. Not so easy. It wasn't an easy game. We won. I would say it was an even game, to be honest.
Do you think
Even game, but we just edged it.
Yeah.
We didn't dominate the game. They played all right. They had their chances. We had our chances, but we took it obviously last minute. But just it wasn't that easy, that game, though. But the 1-0, we've been doing it since last season, so there's no panic now. We got a big man up front. But this is the difference. Yeah, this is the difference. Like between Tuchel and obviously I'm not comparing it, but
yeah,
easily Tuchel could have gone now. Okay, let's rest Lukaku. Man going full on all the time. We're here to win, innit? There's no resting no one. We play what we have.
Do you think though he has to play Lukaku? Because I look at your wide players or your forwards, they're all good, but none of them have got goals. I look at them. You look at Werner, he can't score to save his life. Ziyech is a good player, but he's more of a creator. You look at what's his name, Havertz. He's got the potential to score a lot of goals. I just feel that Lukaku has to play because I don't look at none of your front line. None of them have got 15 goals in them. I look at Liverpool's and Man United's. The front line have got goals. I don't look at your front line and there's a lot of goals. So he has to play.
Well, yeah, you're right in a sense, but like I said, we can do without him because we can get goals. I'm not saying these guys, they won't get double digit or score back to get, but when it's needed, they'll turn up when it's needed.
Yeah.
It's not like they're gonna get every week one goal, but when it's needed, they will just do just like last season. Mount will get 1 or 2. Ziyech is looking very good. What's his name? The American guy. But
good.
He's always injured, but when he's fit, yeah, but it's just that we don't have this so-called backup striker. You know, if Lukaku gets injured, then we'll just put him on because obviously Giroud's gone, Tammy's gone.
By the looks of things, you might be bringing Tammy back, mate. Jesus.
That's what I'm saying.
He's flying.
So we still don't need him, but really and truly, we need a backup in it. I don't see Werner as a backup, and he's not a number 9. He's just a runner, but I still think we can do without him, but I think we'll need a backup striker.
Well, another thing, I just want to talk with Chelsea. Do you think Mendy's not getting any coverage? Because every time I watch Chelsea with Mendy, he's pulling off saves after save. He's really transformed. I know it's not just him, but he has transformed that defense. And you look at it as well. Since he's come in, I think he's kept the most clean sheets than any other goalkeeper.
But
Any
by
other-
far as well, they showed the stats, I think, last time, and he's got what 17 clean sheet, and I think Alisson and the rest they're on that 14, 10s and that.
Yeah,
So-
and that's what I'm saying. So you look at him as well. I don't think he's got the coverage that he kind of deserves, because he came in January as well, like last year January, and it shows that there's a lot of top players out there who can cope. We were talking about going back to Basuma and that. He said they might melt under pressure. Mendy's come in from nowhere. I didn't know who Mendy was from Rennes, and he's come in and he's come to Chelsea where they've had problems in goal, and he's coming like it's nothing, like he's been in the Premier League for years. So you can't just say that. So it just shows that some of these players can come in and do a job straight away.
But this is when we're doing like the 360. This is when I'm telling you, yeah, United can go to France and get a DM. Okay, you say don't take the gamble, but it could work. Look at Mendy. If you have your scouting right, Mendy wasn't no mistake. Peter Cech's been looking at Mendy for over 3 seasons. Ain't no mistake.
But that's the difference, though, isn't it? You've got
You
an
understand what I'm
ex-player,
saying? Mendy and no fluke. Mendy is not a rush.
but you've got an
Peter Cech-
ex-player, an ex-goalkeeper at that, looking
Elite
at that
goalkeeper.
position. Yeah, elite goalkeeper, that knowing what he's looking for, and
Yeah,
as you
so-
say, he's the one that scouted him, and it's worked out.
And that's from his ex club as well. It's coming from Rennes. You know, Peter Cech is a legend at Rennes, even he left long time ago. You get it. But Mendy wasn't no fluke. He's been looked at for like season after season. So it's the difference. But like me, like you, we didn't know much about him. But as when you read Peter Cech's statement, he's been after him, looking at him for a very long time. So
But as you said, though, it's taken 3 seasons, though, Frenchie. You're saying that, yeah, there's players out there, but not as if he scouted him for 2 months and then brought him over. Do you know what I
He's
mean?
28 years of age.
It's just starting.
Yeah, I know. But in terms of it, he was scouted for an awful long time before they took the punt on him. And they took the punt on him because they were struggling. Like, you just spent 80 mil on a goalkeeper. And ideally, I thought Mendy got brought in for backup. Initially. Like, he could do a job, and then, obviously, it worked out.
Yeah, I feel the same thing. I think Chelsea were in a win-win situation. Their goalkeeper Kappa was terrible, so they said, you know what, we might as well bring a goalkeeper in January. If it works, it works, and then if it doesn't, we can shop them both. And I think if Mendy didn't work, I think Chelsea would have went all out and tried to get Donnarumma. That's what would have happened. But it's worked out for them because they've spent less money, and it looks like they're getting a potential top goalkeeper, which is coming and he's done the job.
But didn't he get rejected by like a League 2 club?
Yeah, he was playing League 2 in France 3 years ago.
Well,
he didn't have a
English
club
League 2
4
club.
years ago.
I read it. I can't remember what club it was, but an English League 2 club rejected him.
Yeah. It's
Mad,
mad.
Must be fuming now. That club probably in bankrupt right now.
Football's opinions, isn't it?
Yeah,
I know, it's
all about-
crazy, isn't it?
It
all
just
about
takes one person to take a shine to you, and then you get that little bit of exposure. There you go. You're flying.
That's it. But yeah, good win for Chelsea. They keep on marching on. They just looks like they just do enough, and they've done enough against Zenit. And another thing as well, do you think these teams, are actually not as bad, because we don't know much about them? They're not as bad as people think. There's a lot of players out there who are good enough to play at this sort of level, are playing at these lower level clubs, and we're kind of disrespecting them very quickly. Because I'm watching the games now, even the lesser sides. Some of these lesser sides, tactically, they know what they're doing. They're hard to beat. They've got some really decent players. So is the standard as low as people think it is? And it actually isn't?
It's the English. It's the Premier League arrogance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, we can go back to when Zlatan wasn't getting the respect that he deserved from the English media because he hadn't scored against England or X, Y, Z.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? Until they come here and prove it in the Premier League, like, everyone has that Premier League arrogance about them. And so facts that Zenit St. Petersburg, and they've got a bunch of Brazilians in their team.
Yeah.
People like Shakhtar, although Shakhtar fell off, so it's not a good example. but Ajax and all the rest of it, they've proven that throughout the years that it doesn't necessarily take money. It takes a team.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It takes a team and a good manager.
Yeah, because you look at it, you say to yourself, all right, these teams, you don't know them as much, but they're showing that they're at a high level. And like what you said about the English arrogance, I think we as fans, we get into that too much. We forget how good these teams, these players could become. And if you look at with the Champions League, where the Premier League is going on, like they win the Champions League year after year after year, like it's so great. Like every season, an English team wins the Champions League. If you look at it since 2014, the Spanish clubs teams have dominated.
Spanish clubs, you say Real Madrid.
but even like the Europa League,
the
Spanish clubs dominated. So I'm saying it's the English arrogance where they think that they win. It's only the last couple of years you would say the English league is undoubtedly the best league in
it looks like the English league or Premier League will dominate Europe for the next couple of years, I'd say.
But will they dominate? You've got
you'll get to the quarterfinals and it'll be the English teams.
You'll see at least 3 English teams in the quarterfinal, 100%. But yeah, Chelsea marching on. I won't say too much of Liverpool.
You got to these God. I know you understand. Talk about Hendo goal. Go on.
No. You see, when I put the Hendo goal in the group, in our group, I know you lot what I know. Tobias looked at it and didn't even want to respond. He's like, you know what? He just can't help it.
He's like, forget this. I was away at the time, so I was like, you know what? I don't need this. I don't need this in my life.
Yeah, well, it was a good result. I think that group is going to be. I think that group's everybody's going to take points off each other. I mean, it's a decent group. I think AC Milan are decent.
It's a good win. It's a good win considering you rested Van Dijk and the players you rested. I think it was a good win.
Yeah, and I think Klopp needs to do that more, and he needs to trust his squad more because Origi was man of the match. Wish 1906 was here. Origi was the best player on the pitch. He played 60 minutes, and he was the best player on the pitch. And I think Klopp needs to trust his squad and play his squad and stop playing the same players over and over again. Trust them because he has to because he showed. Well, African Cup of Nations coming, so you got to play these guys. You got to play them because it shows is that if you give these guys a run of games, and I think as Liverpool fans as well, and where we've played football, we should know better. You need rhythm, so you can't get these guys to come in after 3-4 months and coming straight away and play great. It don't work like that. Every player needs rhythm. You need 3 or 4 games to get good rhythm, get fit, get match fit, and play games. So hopefully Klopp learns from this, and we do this more because I feel that squad. You look at on the paper, you thought, oh, but it was the best performance of the season.
Did you know Joe Gomez? Good player.
Good player.
Origi?
Yeah.
Good player.
Yeah.
Hendo come in?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
He's consistent. I'm not going to stretch it and say... But yeah, to be fair, you've got half a squad there. You got to use these players.
Yeah, he's got to use
I think last year sort of was a bit of a learning curve for him.
Yeah.
And he might just if you want to win more than one trophy, then you're gonna have to use your squad because you go into these
Frenchie, like because you got little mama. I don't want to in the thingy because how people are. So what you can still do if she's there, you can turn off your mic. You can still talk.
Turn off your camera. You mean?
Turn off your camera. Sorry, turn off your camera, and you can still talk.
Can you see her face?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see her face. No
way.
Yeah, you can see her face.
The camera. Oh, that's why you can see the whole thing at the bottom. Oh.
Yeah, so if you want, you can just turn the camera off and you can still speak.
Okay, no, that's calm still.
Yeah,
no, it's because I see the camera split.
Yeah, you
and
can
the
still
face
see
is not in it. But I look at the bottom left. The face was in it, but anyway, it's a minor.
Yeah. So good result. It's going to be a tough group, and we're going to see a lot of teams in that group take points of each other. But yeah, good result. Best win of the season. Klopp used the squad. That is it for me. Let's go on to the predictions of this week end. Tobias won last week, so I've wrote it down this time properly. Tobias got 2 correct results and 3 results. So you got about, I think it's about 14 points. So I wrote them down. I've wrote mine down already, but we'll write them down and see who's going to win this week. The first game, I don't know what the score is at the moment.
1-1.
Is it 1-1?
Yeah.
1-1. Newcastle leads. All right, we won't touch that. We will go first to Burnley, Arsenal. Tobias, it's at Burnley.
I know. Burnley haven't won at home for like 12 games or something, 11 games.
Yeah, and Arsenal got a good result. Good. They got a good record at Burnley for some reason. It's mad.
Yeah, and I'm saying, I don't know, Dyche. Every time you think he's gonna be their season, they just end up turning it around, and he signed that new 4-year. But I reckon I'd say Arsenal will win it in a 2-1.
2-1 Arsenal, yeah.
I reckon they'll win it. I'm not convinced. It could easily be a draw or a loss by that point, but I don't know. I just feel like it's not going to be a smooth one. I'll regret it. I know I'm going to regret that one.
Yeah. Frenchie, Burnley, Arsenal. It's at Burnley.
Yeah, 1-0 Arsenal.
1-0 Arsenal, yeah.
Mm.
Arsenal to get back-to-back wins, yeah.
Yeah, I think because they're gonna come like full of confidence of the back with the win against Norwich. Norwich, right? Yeah. So they're gonna look to capitalize on that and keep it running. But I think it's gonna be a terrible game. But Arsenal will just that 1 goal.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, because I don't see anything that playing against Burnley is never an attractive football game. So. That's why Azor could make it difficult for Arsenal. That's what's gonna make it difficult. They're not used to that grand result.
Yeah,
or maybe
I'm changing it 2-2. I can't 2-2.
2-2 Arsenal.
You know why? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking aerially, Arsenal are terrible.
Yeah, they are. So
No, and I'm thinking, oh gosh, yeah, 2-2.
So you got Frenchie, you got 1-0 Arsenal.
Yeah.
Tobias 2-2 draw. I've gone 2-1 Burnley. I just don't see how Arsenal get back-to-back results. You can't trust Arsenal. You can't. And I just feel with Chris Wood, Ashley Barnes, I don't know how they cope with the set pieces. McNeil, I just don't know how they cope set pieces. I just think they're going to get crushed. And that's why I think I'm going for 2-1 Burnley. I think if it was at Arsenal, I might go for Arsenal, but I just think Burnley set pieces. I don't know how Arsenal defend the set pieces and corners, and I think that's what it's going to be won and lost in. And I think how Burnley going to be compact. I just feel Burnley nick it. I don't see how Arsenal get back-to-back wins. You can't trust Arsenal. So 2-1. I'm going for 2-1 Burnley. Wolves, Brentford. Is that Wolves? Wolves won last week.
1-0 Wolves.
1-0 Wolves. Frenchie, Wolves are at home.
Sorry. 2-1. 2-1 Wolves.
2-1 Wolves. I've gone for 1-0 Wolves. I think Wolves will win again. Another clean sheet. Liverpool Palace.
I think this is a bit of an easy one for you guys. I like Vieira. I like Palace. Ish, but I think they just go there a bit naive, and I reckon you guys will run away. It could be. I reckon you guys finish chances. I'm thinking 3-0.
3-0. 3-0 Liverpool. All right, Frenchie. It's at Anfield.
No, I don't like it. So I want you guys to lose the first game of the season. So I'm a French man, so I'm gonna go against the odds.
You go Palace to beat him, yeah?
I'm gonna go for a draw.
A draw.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go for 1-1.
1-1, yeah? 1-1 draw. I'll go for two.
If this the new boy starts, I
Edward.
think it's a one. Yeah, I think it's a
Edward
1-1.
gets gobbled by both Matip and Van Dijk.
You never know.
He
Like I
gets
said,
gobbled.
I'm just rolling the dice, and I want Liverpool to lose their first game of the season. And I want to see. I just want to hear the.
Mane's going to bag. Trent's going to be on an absolute nonsense. I think it's a routine win at Anfield, unfortunately.
I'll go for 2-0. I'll go for 2-0 Liverpool. I think it's not going to be a routine. I think it's going to be quite nervy. I think Palace have got players that can hurt on a counter-attack. Zaha, if you don't know what day you can catch these guys. I think Edward. I think they've got players that Conor Gallagher as well. He's playing on good form. I think it's going to be a nervy 2-0. I think we'll win, but there'll be moments where they'll have big chances, but they won't take it.
Zaha had his game last week. He ain't having 2 of them games.
Yeah,
not in a row. Otherwise,
that's what I'm saying. He's speaking with Palace here. Like Palace, I think it's a bit different now. But if most of them, if all the guy that gives you a 7 give you a 9, it could be a Liverpool.
If Palace just get out there and say pass the ball to Zaha and play him on the left against Trent, it could be problems. Could be, but I don't see it. I just think that you're going to play Thiago, you're going to keep majority of the ball, and then you're just going to create.
Yeah. Hopefully 2-0. Man City, Southampton. Tobias.
This could be anything. This could be anything.
Yeah.
This could be absolutely anything. 5-0. 5-1. 5-1. 5-1.
But you know, Man City are the straight bullies when it comes to the little teams. They just straight disrespect.
I know.
5-1.
No mercy from the get-go.
None from the get-go. They're the one team that smashed the little teams ruthlessly. Southampton.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that could be. Yeah, that could be a basketball score. You know. Gav, you went Tobias. You went for what?
5-1.
5-1.
5-1. 5-1. That's a lot of goals.
I'm gonna go for 4-0.
4-0.
Yeah.
City.
Yeah, 4-0 City, man.
Right.
Southampton is not getting nothing.
Yeah, I've got 3-1. I just got I just think because the champions. I know.
That's generous, man.
I know it's been generous, but they can't smash everybody 6-0, man.
But can Southampton have had that big turnover? They've had a big turnover of the squad, and I just at Etihad, it's just going to be,
No, only Adam to score. Adam and scoring like that.
Adam or Armstrong.
Yeah, but what set pieces? Wood-Prowse. That's about it.
Yeah, it could be anything. I won't be shocked if it was 5-1 or 4-0, but I'm going to go 3-1 anyway. Norwich, Watford.
What a horrible game.
I know. Norwich need a result, to be fair. They haven't got no points. They're struggling.
I know.
Could be arguably the worst team we've ever seen play in the Premier League, the way they're going on.
Right, Norwich.
Don't you think their last team was worse than the team that they've got this time around?
I think so. I thought their team last year was better. This year, it's
the same thing, but Pukki's still there. But it's a still dead team, bro.
No, Pukki's not that bad. Pukki's alright.
Well, Pukki's got great.
Josh Sargent. Is he?
He's not a Prem striker anymore, man. I think so. That's my opinion.
He's never been a Prem striker.
Yeah, he's not a Prem striker.
But they brought in that American, didn't they? That Josh Sargent from Wolfsburg, was it?
Yeah, this guy ain't gonna kick in till they get relegated, mate.
To be fair, but I think they've got a better squad than they come up with last time around. They spent a bit more money, I think. But it's over. It's a hard one, this one, because Watford are erratic. You don't know what you're gonna get from Watford.
Yeah.
But I will go for a 2-1 Watford.
No. Watford 2-1. Frenchie. Watford. Norwich. Yeah, Mike.
So 3-0 Watford. I think all the Usain Bolt's gonna turn up and they're gonna run that back 4-0 is gonna get run ragged, bro. I think they gotta cope with that pace, bro. I think Watford 3-0.
3-0 Watford. Wow. 3-0.
Yeah.
Oh.
They need that 3 points.
All right.
It's
I was
now
gonna
or
go.
never.
I thought I'd go the same as Tobias. I did have 2-1 Watford, but I'm gonna go 3-1 Watford. I think the counter attack, they're gonna kill him on a counter. Too much pace. And I think if Watford defend well, I think there's goals. You know, Watford, Norwich give you mad chances anyway. So, all right, Aston Villa, Everton, a tough one actually. At Aston Villa,
Decent game.
yeah.
Unfortunately, you've got to go Everton. 10 points out of the first 4 games. Joint top.
Flying Rafa, you know, Rafa's doing bits.
He's determined that if he carries on like this, the other side, he's going to have the whole of Liverpool on lock. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can go anywhere in Liverpool now.
I'm telling you.
Walk with his chest out. Yeah, it's mad.
Right.
But I reckon Villa, though, if it's Villa, they've had a turnover, they just need to, settle down the squad and find their actual first 11. Their best team. I think at the minute he doesn't know his best team. I think. And Mings, I don't like Mings. I'm sorry. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of Mings. He thinks he's better than what he is.
Yeah.
I find with Mings. Maybe that's just me looking at it. But he seems to play with a bit of arrogance when he plays for Villa, which I know all players have some form of arrogance, but
for some reason.
Yeah. But I reckon 2-1. 2-1 Everton.
2-1 Everton. 2-1 to the Ev. Oh, God. They're flying. Frenchie.
Yeah. I like Everton. I like Rafa. But yet again, I'm going to go against the odds. Because Villa, they play well against us. They didn't do too bad, so I reckon they got goals. They got goals in them. They just missed their chances. So I think I go 2-1 Villa.
Yeah, I agree. It could be either way.
Yeah.
One of those ones.
I think this game's got a draw written all over it. To be fair, I think it's going to be a draw. I've gone for 1-1. I think both teams are good. I think Everton are looking really good. And you know what? I don't like Everton because I support Liverpool, but I do want Everton to do well, and I do want Man United to do well. So so we have a really competitive Premier League. But I want Liverpool to be on top, of course. But I've never seen Liverpool and Man United go head to head ever. It's always one team's been better than the other. It's mainly been Man United. And then Liverpool have had their little 3-4 years where they've been better than Man United. So hopefully we see the next few years, like both of them go head to head and they compete for the league. So I don't want Everton to do well in the sense of I want them to be up there. So it just makes the league more competitive. And I do like Rafa.
Everton have got money. And if they do half well, you know he's not shy of putting his hand in his pocket.
No, he's not.
This guy will not be if they get any inkling that they can get anywhere, then he will be spending that big bucks.
Yeah, straight. Yeah, but I've gone for 1-1. Sunday's game, we've got Brighton and Leicester. It's at Leicester. It's at Brighton.
You know, it's difficult.
Back and forth. Yeah,
because Leicester played on the Thursday, played yesterday.
Yeah.
If this is when Brendan's got to start using the squad rotation, because he's got a decent squad now. Even though he's got a lot of injuries, I'm not sure how his injury list is looking now.
Yeah.
I know people like Fofana's out for a while, up into minimum Christmas, I'm sure. But it's a difficult one. This one. 1-1.
1-1. Frenchie? Brighton, Leicester.
I'll go Leicester 2-0.
2-0 Leicester. Another away win.
Yeah. Yeah, I think all of them.
The fans are back on the ground now. You know, it's not going to go.
Leicester's got a better squad when you look at it. Period. Better squad. Well,
Lion.
Manager, you can, but yeah.
Do you say 2-1 or 2-0?
So 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
All right, 2-0 Leicester. I've gone back and forth. I was thinking 1-1, 2-1 Brighton. I'm gonna go for 2-1 Brighton. I think Brighton have started off well, and I think Thursday night they had a tough game against Napoli. There was parts in that game. Napoli popped them off the park. They've done a lot of running. So they were lucky to be 2-0 up. Napoli had big chances in that game, and I think they're going to be knackered. I'm going to go 2-1. I had it as a draw, but I'm going to go 2-1 less Brighton. I think Brighton have had a decent start, to be fair. 2-1 Brighton. All right, another Sunday's game. West Ham Man United at West Ham. West Ham are flying.
Yeah, no Antonio.
No Antonio.
That's the saving grace. I think if Antonio was there, I kid you not. It's one of those. This is one of those games that you don't need right now. After that young boys problem, you do not need a West Ham away. But with Antonio being out, I called it that. Yeah, just for that, he probably got the player of the weekend for getting sent off because he means he's out for us.
You know what? Go on.
Go on.
No. Go on. Sorry. Go on.
You still don't see us keeping a clean sheet. So I'll probably go 2-1 United.
2-1 United.
I have to back us. I have to. Ole.
Ole at the wheel.
If I don't, Shaq is going to be waiting next. You see come next week. Oh my God. Shaq will be waiting with a magazine and a cigar, rubbing his hands.
Oh wait, I think Frenchie's busy. I've gone for Man United to win 2-0. I think I was gonna go for a draw. I think would have went for a draw if Antonio was playing.
Yeah,
both teams. But I think West Ham don't have the squad to rotate, and they just played Thursday night. A good win actually against Dynamo Zagreb. But I think Man United are too strong. But do you think Man United will keep the same backline, or will they bring somebody else in?
Varane will play.
Yeah.
Varane's back.
Yeah.
Lindelof, I feel for him because if you put Lindelof with Varane, what do you get? Do you know what I mean? You keep putting Lindelof with Maguire. How about you try the other way around?
Yeah.
Because I think it's proven when Lindelof played with Bailly or Xavi last year, Lindelof didn't look too bad. I think if he's got that confidence of having a Varane next to him, then I reckon he'll play a lot better than what he shows usually.
But you know that's never going to happen, though.
Oh, you know it's
never going to happen. Frenchie, West Ham United. It's at West Ham. No Antonio.
I still think West Ham can be another banana skin. I'll go for a draw. 1-1.
Wow.
Yeah. I just think West Ham will be happy with a draw because United, like I said, United is a different team. No matter what we say about Ole or whatnot, now they got the players, but I think West Ham, even they are at home, they will be happy with a draw. So I think they will go with a draw.
But where the goals coming from? Without set Antonio.
Pieces. That's what I'm saying. That's set pieces. That's all they need.
But Man United are good at set pieces. They've got Harry Maguire and Varane. They head everything away.
Well, you know what? Yeah, we're not great defensively at set pieces. If you watch us.
Yeah, but what United? What you guys are not man marking. Are you guys man marking?
No, we do like a mixture.
Zonal, isn't it? So
the new mixture is a part zonal, part picking up.
Man marking. So yeah, man. I still because they got West Ham are no small team.
West
Ham are no small team, but I just a draw. I want United to win because I really like United team. I ain't gonna be biased because I'm a Chelsea fan. I really like the way United look this.
I will be biased against you, man. So I appreciate
this
that.
season, but yeah, well, still think 1-1.
1-1 draw. Okay. Spurs, Chelsea. Is that Spurs? Spurs were the team that beat Man City first game of the season where they got
Come on,
injury
Frenchie,
problems.
I'll let you go for this one.
That was a fluke.
All right,
I'll let you go for this one, Frenchie. Come.
3-1 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea.
You know what? No, scrap that. 3-0. They ain't getting no go over. Clean sheet all day, every day. 3-0. I'm getting cocky in that
Chelsea. One. Yeah. Yeah, you've been talking on most screens. I hope Chelsea lose, man.
I haven't, unlike you. I haven't, because, you know.
You have, man. You've been saying Liverpool
going
to lose. Liverpool to lose to West Ham and to Crystal Palace.
Because, you know.
Oh, stop it. Yeah, 3-1 Chelsea. Okay. Tobias.
Well, considering no Moura, no Bergwijn, Son might be back. Kane looks like he's still in the Euros. He just wants to play for England right now. I don't. The playing for Tottenham for him is long. I'd say 2-0 Chelsea.
All right. I've got 2-0 Chelsea, but because you said Crystal Palace going to get a draw, I'm going to go for. I'm going to change my result and go for 1-1. I think Harry Kane's going to score, and I think Son's going to make an appearance. So I think they're going to cause. No, they're not. No, I'm thinking about it. 2-0 Chelsea. 2-0 Chelsea. Nah, man. I'm trying to convince myself. I just don't see how Spurs win. 2-0 Chelsea. I think it'd be comfortable. Bit like the Arsenal game. Comfortable 2-0. I don't think it'd be close. Chelsea will just do enough.
It depends. Nuno, will he revert back to his old and trusted 3 at the back? 5 at the back?
He'll get murdered. That team's not built for 5 at the back.
No.
He'll get murdered.
There might be more. Well, is Dyer back? Bad when you're looking at his Dyer back.
Dyer. You have 3 of Dyer in the midfield, but who do they have? Dyer, Ali, and who else?
Dyer in centre half, isn't it? But in fairness, they've kept clean sheets with Dyer. That you can say. Start of the season, they were flying, keeping clean sheets. I know last week they had a bit of a catastrophe, and a couple of games in Europe hasn't looked great. But yeah, I still think Chelsea are going to dominate.
Yeah, Chelsea will win. Yeah, Chelsea will win. But yeah, that's the predictions. We've done it. 45 minutes.
49 would those just spent on the debate. On the debate.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I think we need to stop starting with Man United first, otherwise
I know.
It's been a mess. Yeah, we've got to go last.
Yeah. We should start with Chelsea because it's the shortest. There's not much to say about us, innit? We just
behave yourself.
I know. Let him keep on talking.
Listen, only you guys hating, innit? I'm not even hating on. I don't like Liverpool, yeah, a lot because
because of Shaq.
Because of Shaq, you know. It's because of Shaq. Mate, yes. Oh, it is something else, but we're not gonna stretch the time. We're gonna talk about this off the time, man. This is love.
Cool. Because when Rudiger gets his contract, everything will sort back out.
You know what?
He gets that 5-year deal, innit? You'll be back to conceding, innit?
Yeah, sure.
We need to make a part for that. Players in the last year of their contracts. Pogba, Rudiger, playing their best football of their lives, and they Jesus.
I'm telling you, it's bad. But yeah, guys, like I said before, follow us on Twitter. Like I said as well, like the comment, and subscribe. It makes it grow. Yeah. So we've done the predictions, and then we'll be back to reviews next week. Tobias, French, you got anything to say?
45 minutes next time.
Yeah, come on. It's got to be.
The legendary 45 minutes. The myth of 45 minutes.
But yeah, guys, like I said again, like and comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Real Talk Football TV Podcast. We are out. You man bless.
Yes, brother.